House Democratic leaders today making a new push for their small business bill. It gives companies tax credits, loans. My next guest say, keep your small biz relief, just don't kill us with taxes. And they're both small biz owners. Brett McMahon is a VP with Miller and Long Construction. William Marsh, who runs American Bar Products. William, let me begin with you. We have been polling folks at home on your website on this very issue, and by an overwhelming majority, the 2,000 plus who've answered, they're saying just extend the Bush tax cuts. Are you in that camp?
I absolutely am in that camp. Extending the Bush tax credits is probably one of the best things a government can do for small business. Keeping capital in the private sector is a good way to go, and any dollar invested with private industry is going to provide a better return than one invested in the public sector.
Now, Brett, the administration comes around and the leading Democrats come around and saying, you'll benefit from this small biz bill. Why don't you see that?
Well, because we're far better at utilizing our own capital to our own benefit. There isn't a single person in Washington, D.C. that could actually sit there and tell us, hey, here's how you best ought to use your money. Let us keep it. Let us use it for our own sakes. And that's how we know what we need to do with it. They don't.
Now, are you both taxed at the top personal income rate?
Yes.
Yes.
So whatever you would get via a small business tax credit would be dwarfed by what you presumably would be paying if your tax income rate goes up.
That's correct. And Neil, given all the government programs that are out there to encourage small business investment, businesses my size, on the order of tens of millions of dollars in revenue with about 15 employees, we utilize none of them because the cost of utilization in accountants advising us on what to do far outweigh the benefits gained by using them.
I've talked to many of your counterparts who argue it is very difficult for them to get loans, for banks to open up the spigot. Have you encountered that yourself, Brett, or what?
Well, things have definitely tightened. Lending standards, things like that have tightened. They ask for more information and those kind of things. But if you're a good business and if you've got a good track record, then it still exists. It's not a question so much in my mind of the lending capacity out there. It's just a demand for services is down so much across the board that people need less loans. And here we go. Congress is going to sit there and say, hey, you have to make more loans. Well, didn't we do this once before? And whatever that Community Reinvestment Act thing is, you got to sell more houses.
I'm wondering though, guys, then regardless of what the government tries to do or not do, maybe, and we were mentioning at the outset of the broadcast, we're heading into something bad again, either a double dip or a prolonged recession. What?
Neil, we're coming out of what we are being told is the worst economic recession in living memory. And as Bright rightly said, a lot of that is because the government encouraged private lenders to lend into the private home mortgage market. Well, we've seen what the results of that are. They're absolutely disastrous.
But now the fear is that we've gone the other way.
No, that's not right. Brett also said that if you're a good credit is available. And having spoken to my banker this week about the availability of credit, they currently have about 85% loan to deposit ratio. They like that to be at about 95%. So there's large capacity at healthy small banks for additional lending. The problem is people are not borrowing, and the people that are coming to borrow from them today are people who are looking to fund losses, not to invest in profitable businesses, and that is a real danger sign for banks and the broader economy.
Is it your sense then, Brett, that all the signs we're hearing from big companies, a lot of them buying other companies, we're on a big merger wave of late, that they're deciding with their own money what to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's this whole merger thing is kind of interesting. It doesn't really hit us in kind of our neck of the woods, but no question, we are headed for a serious second act, whatever that is.
Guys, thank you very much. The cheapest guy on the planet on Uncle Sam after this.